Hello and welcome to my one-woman rendition of the history of the stigma of disability. My name is Anna Evan, and today I'm here to present this to you in a way that maybe will give you an idea of how people's opinions on disability have shifted throughout the years. A few disclaimers before we begin. One, there may be times where I have to use language that maybe would be considered a little bit rude these days. This is to show the historical aspect. Two, on a way less historical note, my accents and outfits and language, like grammar, probably will not be completely historically accurate. So just keep that in mind. And three, I have never done this before, so don't laugh. Or go ahead and laugh. Makes it the better. Thank you. Enjoy. 1780, a conversation between two neighbors. Before the 1800s, it was illegal to be disabled in public. Good day to you, Greta. Have you passed by Dr. Smith's place recently? I have not. Why do you inquire? Well, there's a woman. Honestly, I cannot be sure what it was. Propped up against his wagon out back, moaning and calling out with an awful, unintelligible sort of sound. With so many people passing through continuously, how could he allow such a disgrace? Does he not know that he's supporting illicit behavior by not taking action? Well, it's difficult to say, Imelda. Perhaps we should inform him of the law? 1850, a conversation between two neighbors. This is during the institutionalization period. Have you heard that George and Victoria had another child? I'm afraid I don't understand. They're 60 years old. I seriously doubt they just had a baby. Suppose you're right. Fact is, they didn't just have a baby. The boy's nearly 30 years old by now. Good heavens, why didn't I never hear of this? Well, devil got to him, you see. I should have suspected it of Victoria. Well, at least she had the self-respect to lock him up. Better have that than have that filth lying around all the time, you know. Well, anyway. Good day to you, Mary. 1900, a conversation between a mother and her close friend. This is again during the institutionalization period. Martha, please explain. I'm worried sick for you. One minute I heard Frank yelling at you to send for the doctor to have a look at little Timothy, and next thing I knew I saw the doctor come out and leave your house within 15 minutes, shaking his head with a somber look in his eyes. Is your son quite well? I would prefer not to speak of it, Evie. Come now, Martha, you know you can tell me anything, and you also know I will find out sooner or later whether you do or not. Is the child alive? No, I'm afraid not. He died a sudden death. Frank and I buried him late last night. Martha, I do not know why you cannot tell me the truth, but I will not press the issue. 1960, a conversation between a mother and a babysitter. This is during the early normalization period. All right, I'll just be at the NARC meeting for a couple of hours. I set some food on the counter for you in case you guys get hungry. There's a telephone on the corner table. If anything goes wrong, call Sheriff Taylor. He's a family friend. Also, Elaine, I meant to mention this before you showed up tonight, but you should probably know that my daughter Joanna is mentally retarded, so please don't make a big deal of it. I just figured I should tell you so you don't call the neighbors in a panic. No worries, Mrs. Johnson. I spend most of my time supporting love in the world, so she's in really good hands. Okay. I mean, if you say so. Boy, things really have changed lately. Also, I've heard that a lot of the elementary schools have, been starting school, probably this week, honestly. So, is Joanna in school right now? Things haven't changed that much, sweetheart. 1980, a conversation between a father and the neighbor, who also happens to be the teacher. This is during the normalization period. Hey, Jerry, I just want to thank you a bunch for working so well with Andy this year. Most of his teachers in the past were just awful to him, so we really appreciate it. Hey, you bet, Rob. I mean, many of his former teachers just followed the minimum requirements of the law, but I try to go a little bit beyond that if I can. 2000, a conversation between a mother and her neighbor. Molly, how'd the procedure go? We've all been praying for you. Oh, the results are not good, and Jake wants me to end it. I don't even know what I should do. Well, calm down. It's okay. Just breathe a little bit, okay? You've always wanted to be a mother, right? Oh, yeah. Then be one. 2021. How would this conversation go today? if you were in this conversation, what would you say? Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed.